This is the ABQ Business Podcast with your host, Jason Rigby. Each week we'll interview visionary business leaders to inspire the creative power and spirit that's in every entrepreneur. Discussing strengths, weaknesses, strategies, systems, and the problems we can all solve together for a new future for local small business.
What is up, guys? Did you guys know that Instagram had 13 employees when they were bought out by Facebook for $1 billion? The company behind Minecraft had 37 employees when they were acquired by Microsoft for $2.5 billion. WhatsApp had 55 employees when they were bought out for $19 billion. Notion raised money, $2 billion valuation with under 50 employees. BuiltWith generates $14 million a year with one employee. The Gartman Letter, which is like there's one person that does this and they submit out this email and people pay money to read this email about stocks and stuff. $25 million a year. One employee. Kylie Jenner, we all know her. She had 7 full-time employees and 5 part-time employees and sold 50% of her company for $600 million. Craigslist has 50 employees, generates around $1 billion a year. Liberty Media, 16 employees, multi-billion-dollar company. I listen to Joe Rogan all the time. I know a lot of you do that listen to this podcast. He just signed that contract with Spotify for podcasting. He's supposed to be making, they said it's going to way more than $100 million. He has himself and Jamie and 2 video guys. The Wright brothers invented flight. 2 guys. I just want you guys to realize, especially now and what's happening, is you can be a lot leaner than you think. Your business can be a lot more successful than you think. It's time to get lean, guys. This second wave that they're talking and third wave that they're talking, and we're going to be another 2 months doing this and 6 months out doing this and a year of this. It doesn't matter. Let's get lean. Let's adapt. Let's get the employees that we need. The number that we need. Let's get a small team of loyal people. And I guarantee you can kick ass. Some of the businesses that are out there, you are operating in luxury and in a bubble when you should be at about 30% of employees and you could operate just fine. You don't need those 10, 20, 50, 70 employees. Look at your business and get lean. I'm telling you, this is not, we all thought this would be done in a month, 2 months. Remember that? Everybody kept telling me. I was like, this is going to last in the summer. No, Jason, it's not going to. We'll be done. And look what's happening. I'm telling you guys, there's political junk behind this. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories and rumors and the economy we don't know with the Federal Reserve, what's going on, and there's money, the stimulus that's coming in. We've got so many things going on right now. If you own a business, get lean. Stay lean. You say, well, how do I do that, Jason? What's the way to do that? Operate in small teams. Some of you don't need the big office space that you had, and you need to let that go. Some of you are doing better by having your employees work at home and having less employees. You're getting more done. You need to learn how to lead people without them coming to the office. You need to learn to let them have the freedom to be able to do what they want to do as long as they're getting the work done. That you don't have to be leaning over their shoulder looking at their computer monitor, that they can do it from home and that the quality of their work will be better. And if you have somebody that does not have that ability, you need to let them go. And there's a big pool of employees out there that you can find where you can find someone that would be more than happy, that would love to be able to hang out with their dogs and be able to take them for walks in the afternoon and to get a nap. And at the same time, will work their ass off for you. It's a different way of thinking, guys. You've got to get, this is going to be the future. We were in a huge economic bubble before, and COVID came along and just popped that bubble. We need to get a lot leaner. Businesses are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. I'm telling you. Corporations are already preparing for that. Look at the airlines. What are they doing? There are less flights. We're going to get smaller. We see real estate, commercial real estate going into a huge contraction. We see how many stores, these big companies, they pay lots of money, millions of dollars to have advisors come in and tell them what they should or shouldn't do. When they're doing 100 stores, look at Apple closing stores. They have more cash in the bank than many countries do. If you think I'm lying, look that up. Small countries, they have more cash in the bank. I'm telling you, if these big corporations are getting leaner, then for you to survive, you must. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just saying it's a time to shift. You can actually do more with loyal small teams than you can with having that excess and baggage of all the employees and having large teams. Large teams cannot move quickly. Large teams aren't creative. Large teams aren't flexible to adapt to situations. Large teams increase bureaucracy. You can see that with the government. We all know that that's just one big bureaucracy. We know how much red tape and how much paperwork you do and then how things don't get done. Be lean, guys. Small. Think small teams. How can I get to small teams? Why should I get to small teams? I love what Jeff Bezos says of Amazon. I mean, he's the richest guy in the world, probably even more richer now with everything going on and how many people are purchasing things on Amazon now. He said, a team should only be who you could feed with 2 pizzas. Anything bigger than that? I think that's kind of funny, but I love it. 2 pizzas. Anything bigger than 2 pizzas? You don't need to be that big. A small team is going to do this for you. It's going to cause people to work together better. It's going to cause more collaboration. They're going to not have this loafing around because they're going to be held accountable more. Because if you have 5 people on a team and one of them doesn't do their work, the others are going to see that. You're going to see that. And they're going to have to be able to. You should not have more than 9 people on the team. 5 is ideal. 5 to 9 should be the max. So maybe you have teams out there of 10 people. How do you get them to 5? And there's unemployment and everything out there. And I not being mean, but I'm telling you, you can keep all those employees that you want to keep. But will you be able to survive a year from now? What if this happens for 6 more months? What if we go into wintertime and we have a huge spike and they shut everything down for 2 or 3 months? Are you able to survive? If you get your 10-man team down to 5, what does that look like? If you get your office staff from 3 to 1, what does that look like? And this doesn't mean you doing more of the work. This means you turning around and looking at someone and saying, hey, I need you to run the office. Yes, I'm going to pay you more because you're able to pay them more. Why? Because you're getting rid of the other 2. You're going to save money in the long run. You guys need to think of this. You need to start thinking, always think worst case scenario and how you would get yourself out of worst case scenario. I talked to somebody the other day and I was like, what if you, I was like, what programs or what do you have to facilitate immediately when somebody gets COVID? Guys, you have to plan for this. You have to know, what are you going to say on your social media? What if I'm just going to keep it quiet. Yeah, you're going to keep it quiet. And then somebody posts, well, those people had COVID. They got COVID over there and they didn't say anything. You're better to get out in front of it, post it, get it out there. We had an employee that had COVID. Here's what we're doing. Boom, boom, boom. We shut it down for 24 hours. We have a cleaning crew coming in. We're getting everyone tested. We have thermometers. If you're not doing thermometers and testing temperature when people walk in the door, because a lot of people, they know if they have a temperature or not, and they know if you're going to check it, they'll just stay home anyways. There's a lot of ways to prevent things, guys. You have to be thinking, this is where we get to shine as leaders. This is where you, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, can be a leader. It's time. If you haven't been reading on leadership, if you haven't been studying on leadership, then shame on you. You have to hold yourself 100% accountable for the people that are underneath you. Small team collaboration, I'm telling you, you get your staff down to, maybe you've got 10 managers, you get them down to 5 managers, you hold those 5 managers accountable, you pour your life into those 5 people for the next 3 months, watch what will happen to your business. You get them in a room together, practice social distancing, wearing masks, all that stuff. But you get in a room together, or you get on a Zoom meeting and you sit there and you say, here's what we need to do for the next 6 months. How are we going to get there? I have 120 employees. I need to get to 60. And I want to grow the company 10%. How are we going to get there? Well, that's unrealistic. Well, let's see what we can do. Keep the team small so that it'll be creative. If you want ideas like that, I'm seeing it. I've talked to business owners, guys. I've been talking to business owners who said, it's weird. We're doing great. I have half my employees. Or, I've shut down my showroom and we're doing more. It's just this idea of being bloated, of this fast food bloated bubble that we were all in. And now things are becoming clear. We're getting clarity. And we're seeing our businesses being able to be ran with less. And we're getting efficient. We're being creative. And we're leading properly. We're actually valuing people. Love the people that you have. Keep the people that you love. And let them help you lead. Be together as a team. Decentralize it. Let them turn around and say, I think we should make this decision. Well, let's run with it. If we fail, let's get together. If you've got a plan, let's try your plan. Let's work that together. We'll hold each other accountable in this and we'll talk about it. Maybe we need to be flexible and move in this direction, but I like your idea. It doesn't have to be you all the time coming up with everything. I love Harvard Business Review, and I read a lot from them. And one of the things that they talked about with small teams is what you get for bang for the buck, because bigger is not always better. And once you get the right size team of people that you can pour your heart into and lead, they were talking that it's up to 43% more employee engagement. Think about that. What if you had strong, small teams and they were all engaged and they were working in the way that you needed them to work to accomplish what you needed to accomplish for your business? I am seeing businesses that are generating more profit now than last year. And you're like, well, you don't understand because this, and I know there's some industries and I talk to people and it breaks my heart. It does, guys. I get emotional over it when I see businesses that there's just nothing for them to do but to fail. And it's so sad. And no matter how creative you get, that's just not going to happen. There's nothing you can do that will get you to that. But some of you can't just keep waiting. It's been 4 months, guys. 4 months. Think about that. 4 months. You have to have the ability to be able to say, we're going to move faster. We're going to trust each other more. We're going to sacrifice more than we've ever. We're going to get more specialized and more creative in what we're going to do. We're not going to waste human resources anymore. We're going to mentor and coach each other. And we're going to set goals and we're going to accomplish the mission that we need to accomplish long term. Think long term. Think worst case scenario. Guys, I'm telling you, you lead small teams, you get your business lean. It'll create this synergy that's inside of itself that you're going to see more than you could ever imagine. You're going to see what humans can do when a crisis hits. I encourage you, leaders, if you have questions or you want more information, some of you have been DMing me, asking me what books to read during this time, and you're having this, let me know. I read a ton of books all the time. I've been studying this for years and years and years. I've been consulting and helping businesses for years. If you're having a problem in a certain area in your business, DM me. You can go to my Instagram, ABQ Jason Rigby. That's a good place to, but I'm everywhere on ABQ Jason Rigby. If you look that up, it's hashtag ABQ business. You can see all my posts on most of the social media. I'm on LinkedIn. You can just look up Jason Rigby on there and message me through LinkedIn. I look at those all the time. I would be more than happy to, if you want to hop on a 5-10 minute phone call and you've got some questions, I would be more than happy to help out in any way I can. That's what I've been doing every day, helping businesses. And that's why I started this podcast. And that's what I want to do. I want small businesses to succeed. And I think that the backbone, in fact, it's not that I think, I know the backbone of this country is you guys. The backbone of this country is entrepreneurs. Maybe you're a business of one. Well, guess what? You have the potential to make $25, $50, $100 million a year easy with one person. Maybe you're thinking about hiring somebody else. Maybe you can hire them part-time instead of full-time. I just want you to think lean. I want you to think, what exactly do you need? I want you to start thinking out of the box and be creative. And I want you guys to be successful. Love you guys. Keep fighting. Keep moving forward. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you for joining us on the Albuquerque Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share and go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.